Swamiji, there are many people who are fearful or wonder whether to go to a satsang or whether to go to a monastery and listen to a monk or a sadhu or whatever the word that you want to use to get more knowledge, because family tells them mat jana क्योंकि फिर परिवार से रिश्ता तोड़ना होगा.
बिल्कुल.
Right? So that fear that I will have to give up all and I'll get seduced by the conversation because it is so seductive that
Correct.
To control your mind should be very interesting. And then there are examples which we have seen in the past, like famous people, like Vinod Khanna, maybe an actor who left home and he left fame and he went off to the Rajneesh ashram, left everything. So everybody, that fear is there कि कहीं हम वैसे ना बन जाएं, हमारा बेटा वैसा ना बन जाए, बेटी वैसा ना बन जाए.
बिल्कुल.
So what do you say to that seeking knowledge from a monk comes with a price to pay?
I think सबसे पहले तो हमको ये समझना चाहिए कि अध्यात्म तोड़ने के लिए नहीं, जोड़ने के लिए बना हुआ है. It's not about breaking, it's about connecting. So the general idea of spirituality, adhyatma, is about leaving. But the true idea of spirituality or adhyatma is not about leaving, it's about living. We are going to a satsang not to leave, we are going to a satsang to learn how to live. The words sound very similar, leave and live, with the difference of a spelling, right? But I completely agree with you, to be honest, that we can be fearful because of the kind of examples that we may have seen earlier. But those examples are very select few.
Sure.
Very few people who may be so influenced by a spiritual path, a spiritual leader, a satsang, a spiritual organization might actually take that plunge full on and leave home and earth and go be a part of an ashram or a monastery. But how many examples do we have, right? Which is why I come back to the Gita. The Gita is integration, not isolation. The path of spirituality, the path of the Gita doesn't teach us to live in isolation from the world. It teaches us to live in integration with the world. And when we live in integration with the world, it's like, you have your phone right here, and your phone battery probably lasts for about 20-24 hours. I don't know how long it lasts, but maybe 20 plus hours, based on how long you use it and how often you use it, right? But after those 20 hours or 24 hours, you're going to have to charge the phone. So what do? You connect it to a power source to charge it, so then you can continue using it for the next 24 hours. Consider satsang as a charging point, right? And your life outside is like using the phone. But every now and then when you go to a satsang, you're not going to a satsang to isolate yourself. You're going to a satsang in a way that you can charge yourself so that you can integrate with the world with the right mindset.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.